This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, as we welcome you inside the gym here at Nampa High School as the Preston Indians go on the road for the weekend and open a two-game road trip tonight as they take on the Nampa Bulldogs. As the Indians are coming off an impressive opening night 76-39 win over Shelley. The win was the 29th straight for the Indians on their home floor, and the road trip continues tomorrow afternoon with a game at Mountain Home. The Nampa Bulldogs come into tonight's game also 1-0 on the year after they beat Weiser 53-43 last Saturday. They've been off for almost a week. Last year, the Bulldogs finished with the season with a 15-8 mark. That snapped back-to-back losing years for Nampa as they combined for a record of 25-40 over the last 3 years. For Preston, the opening night win against Shelley, good shooting, good teamwork, good movement of the ball, good hustle as they really ran Shelley out early. They scored 20 or more points in 3 of the 4 quarters. The only one they didn't was in the 4th quarter when the running clock kept them to just 6 points. But at that point, with a 30-plus point lead, they really didn't need the big offensive output anyway to move on to the victory on Tuesday night at home to open the season. Again, that win at home extended the home winning streak as they've now won 29 straight at home. As for Preston, it continues to be a very nice place to play, having won 29 in a row. Ron Smaley joins us on the broadcast here this evening, as he does for the road games, as coming off that great game at home. I know you were there.
Oh yeah,
with us, and it was a great performance by the guys. The first time out.
It was, and a lot of people have said, well, the opponent wasn't the strongest, but the thing is we still had to make the shots, and they were contested. And I think the team showed a lot of strength and fortitude. And then the other thing is when you get up 20 or 25, sometimes teams have a tendency to kind of coast a little bit, but we didn't. We kept it right at them.
Right. And I just mentioned before you were coming up here, we scored 20-plus points in every quarter, 31 in the first quarter, except in the 4th when the running clock kept them from really putting in any offense. And plus with the I don't want to say the bench guys, but the second team in there.
Exactly, and it was good to have those guys get a little varsity experience. There were some kids that had their first varsity experience that night, and that, hey, you never know as the season goes on. Any experience is good, so it's great.
Yeah, this will be a little bit different team than facing Nampa. They're much bigger.
They are, and this will be a lot more seasoned team as far as experience on the varsity level. And of course, we're on their home court, so it'll be a little bit more of a challenge for Preston.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll visit with the head coach. Tyler Jones will be our guest as we continue on the pregame show right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. We'll speak a couple minutes with Coach Tyler Jones before this game gets going tonight here in Nampa. First of all, congratulations on the big win on opening night as you go to 1-0 on the year.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good things that night against Shelley. I thought we came out with a lot of energy and had a great start, and that's what you want to do every game, to kind of jump on the opponent and put a little pressure on them. So there's some good things, and tonight we're up, on the road. It's a whole nother battle. It's a lot different to play on the road, and we're coming up here to the Boise Valley, and tonight should be a good test against Nampa.
This is a little bit different team. They're able to throw a little bit of size at you.
Yeah, looking at the roster, we were able to watch film on them. They've played one game also, and you look across the board here, 6'6", 6'4", 6'4", 6'4", 6'4", 6'3". So they have a lot of length, and that's going to cause us some problems tonight. And just looking a little bit of information about them, their point guard, he was their quarterback, and then their team made a great run in the playoffs. He's a great athlete. And they got a couple of big kids who can step out and shoot. They like to play up-tempo, kind of like we do. So it should be a good battle. They're projected to be like third in their league up here out of 9 teams, and a lot of people think they could be a big surprise and maybe win their division. So it's going to be a tough test, and we'll see what we're made of tonight.
They had a pretty good record last year. 2 years before that, ended up with losing records, but that's a bit of a misnomer, isn't it, coming into this game?
Yeah, exactly. And they have 2 starters back, the point guard and then their 6'6" kids. So they're a program on the rise. You look at their younger teams, their freshmen beat ours tonight, the JV. It's a tight game here at halftime, and they're a program, they're 5A numbers, but they're allowed to play 4A. So they're a big school. They have a lot of kids, and they're definitely we're going to have our hands full tonight.
As far as the Preston side goes, that opening game against Shelley, with the guys that I like to call the core 4, at least the 3 for coming back from last year, they all stepped up and had good games on opening night.
Yeah, and we're going to need that again tonight. But Luke, yeah, he was great pushing the ball, our pace, Ty down low tonight. We're going to need Ty tonight to step up big, and Scotty, when he's hitting shots, it gives us a whole nother dimension out there. So those 3 are going to need to step up, and then I think Cole Harris is finding his way. He works hard defensively, rebounds, does those little things for us, and then Garrett's always been solid. He can hit shots, move the ball, and then our bench, Gabe came in and hit 4 threes, and Brecker. So we're going to have to get contributions again tonight from everybody.
Best of luck. Ought to be a great game. First of 2 here on the weekend on the road, and look forward to talking to you after the game.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Tyler Jones. Take a time out, back with more on the pregame show right after this.
KACH, mylocal.radio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
This time of year, the weather can change quickly. That means the road conditions change quickly, too. If you usually feel stressed when you're driving as the weather changes, it might be because you don't have the right tires for the road conditions. Let West Motor Company help you choose the tires that will meet your needs. Take the stress out of your winter driving with a set of 4 new tires. Visit any of our dealerships in Preston or Logan today. West Motor Company, we do tires.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The Job Stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-0810.
KACH.
As we'll take a look at the keys to tonight's game, Ron, I think first of all was the team that may challenge Preston overall size-wise. I think it's going to be important for they stay out of foul trouble tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, anytime you go against a team that has a lot of size, they're going to try to punch it in a little bit. And Ty and some of our guys down low will have to do a good job to stay out of foul trouble, like always. But we've got size, too. I mean,
right.
we've got size, and we can do the same thing to them. And our hope is that we'll get them in foul trouble.
Good ball movement will be a key tonight as well. Passing the ball is faster than dribbling the ball. And ball movement, it can always out-trump size on the other team.
Always, and that's one of the things that Preston does well is they've always moved the ball well, and they've always been an unselfish team, and Coach Jones preaches that. And so that will come in handy tonight to move the ball and get out and, get the ball moving around these big guys.
And finally, pick up where you left off against Shelley. Played well as a team. Keep it up, and you'll go 2-0 and pick up a win here on the opening night of the road trip. And off to a 2-0 start was always a good thing.
That would be nice. And, it's always a little bit, you don't quite know what you're going to get at the first of the year. And sometimes you come out flat and then you get going, and sometimes, you come out strong. So we'll just see what happens. But either way, I think we'll be ready.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For life, home, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw, stop by Naylor Insurance on State Street in Preston or give them a call at 208-852-0810. That's 208-852-0810. Stay tuned. Exciting Preston Indians basketball is coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's the end of a long day, and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield,
It's time for Preston High School Indians basketball. The Indians hit the court looking to bring home a Great Basin 10 title and make a run for a berth in the state playoffs. All the excitement of Preston basketball is brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. By Rouse Construction, bringing custom homes to the Blue Sage Park community right here in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston. By Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in the city of Preston. By Naylor Insurance, for life, home, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw on State Street in Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metals into cash. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Valley Implement. By S&T Electric. And by mylocalradio.com. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School Athletics and Preston Broadcasting. It's presented for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use of descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. And once again, a very good evening, everybody. We're live from Nampa High School here in the Boise Valley as the Preston Indians head west and take on the Nampa Bulldogs here tonight. Dan Hubbard along with Ron Smaley. Glad to have you with us here this evening for this non-conference basketball game. But Ron, it promises to be a good one.
Oh, it'll be great. And, you know, these are two good teams, and they're both eager to get the season started off right. So it's going to be a fun battle.
Time to meet the starting lineups for the two teams. As first for the Preston Indians, it's Cole Harris, the started the power forward spot. He's the junior, just moved here during the summer from the Salt Lake area. Scott Dunn, wearing that pad on his left arm from when he broke that arm during football, is fully recovered and back into the starting lineup. Luke Smaley will start again and hit the point spot tonight. Luke had a great game to kick off his senior season. Garrett Ward will start at the other guard. And in the middle, Ty Hyde, the Cache Valley Player of the Year and the Southern Idaho Player of the Year last year as well. And Ty got his senior season off to a great start the other night against Shelley and looks to continue that here as we work our way through here the 2019-2020 season. Devin Estrada, this 5'11 senior, gets the start tonight for the Bulldogs. Isaac Plew, the 6'1 junior, starts tonight as well. As well, Trace Hopi. Trace is a 6'2 junior. And number 11, Tad Sandage, who gets the start. He's a 6'4 junior. And the big man in the middle, Gavin White, 6'6", a senior. Good size on him. That's going to be a battle tonight inside between he and Ty.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. And you know, they have the 1-6-4, and then the other guys are kind of short. So it'll be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, but they have three other 6'4" guys sitting on the bench.
Well, yeah.
So that's. Are you saying?
I'm not going to say anything.
Are you saying
sometimes tall guys sit on the bench?
Are you saying there's a reason why the guys are sitting on the bench?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, well, I can.
Could be Nampa fans listening.
Come on. My son's not on the team.
Okay. All right. Sometimes roster sizes can be deceiving.
That's true. My grandson's not on the team either.
By the way, I pulled over in Twin Falls. It was 52 degrees on the way up. It felt like a heat wave.
It was nice.
Wow. And then I got up here, and it was a little windier and cold, but no snow at all. It's crazy.
That's true.
Yep.
So Preston wearing their road grays. They'll go from left to right across your dial here in the first half as the ball will be controlled by Nampa to start off the game. Picked up there, driven along the baseline, and it's going to be a foul on Luke right off the bat. Got up on the guy's back.
It kind of looked like he traveled a little bit, but
that'll be the first on Luke. Just 11 seconds into the game. Back out top, it comes to Estrada. Wants to drive again on Smaley. He'll pull it back out. They'll swing it back around as it comes to Plew. Back out top to Estrada. Fakes left, comes right all the way. Ty got a piece of that, knocked it away. It comes to Smaley. Luke pushes it up into the front court. Luke all the way, splits the defense off the glass, no. Tapped by Ty, no. They get it back out as it comes back to Dunn. They'll get it back to Luke and set up the offense.
It was a great save by hitting it off the glass so we could rebound it there. Oh.
As down low, and Ty had it and dropped it out of bounds. Sorry, we've lost our picture here momentarily. We'll see if we can get that back here for you. As Estrada back up into the front court, gets it over as it comes to Sandage. Back to Plew. He drives over Ty. Count it. Basket's good.
Was the foul on Cole Harris? Yeah.
Yep. They'll call it on Cole. But Sandage with the bucket.
It was kind of the wrong place at the wrong time for Cole on that one a little bit.
As the free throw is no good, and it stays 2-0. Two team fouls for Preston here in the first, little over a minute and 5 seconds. Dunn has it, free throw line extended to the left, back down to Smaley in the corner. They'll drop it on the block to Hyde. Ty wants to back in, fakes the pass outside, turns, nice drop step by Ty, lay it in.
That's just so great how he uses his footwork and he's patient and gets a high percentage shot like that. That's a great move.
Full court pressure here by the Indians. They up into the front court. Off the hands of Standage, and Dunn outraces him for the ball. Gets it back to Smaley as they push back up into the front court.
The score's wrong. Aren't we more than 2?
No.
Is that with the first basket? Okay,
Yes.
I was thinking we had another one.
Ty inside. Again, another great drop step move.
Yeah.
And it's Ty 4, Nampa 2.
And the coach is already subbing White out to get some other post player to try to guard Ty.
Sandage up into the front court, gives it back to Estrada. Estrada dribbles, now gives it over to White, way out away from the basket. Has tried to pull Ty out away from the hoop as well. Back to Estrada. Lets Ty fly by, put it up, goes way down and comes back out. Smaley's got the rebound. Luke pushes it up the sidelines. Now he says he's going to step out on the sideline. Estrada,
he hit him.
Should have had a blocking foul and forced him out of bounds.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it was, I don't know. I apparently stepped out of bounds, but there was contact over there, so. They got a pretty active student section there, Dan. Not as good as ours. Ours is fun.
Ours was fun.
Yeah.
And as it was checking into the game, it was Joseph Wallace, 6'4" junior, number 23, who has the ball now. He'll shoot from straight away. Short, long rebound comes back out. Standage puts it back up. That's no good. Rebound inside. Ty's got that. Gives it off to Smaley. Luke pushes back up into the front court. Looks back over at the bench and gets the sign from Ty Jones. Now back to Smaley in the corner and a foul inside.
Well, that time they called the foul on Wallace before he really made a play towards Ty on that. It was a quick foul. So that's their one big guy has, I think, one foul? Or is that just – no, but I guess that's their first foul.
That's their first.
Yeah,
the rebound inside to Hoppy.
Okay.
As Estrada will run the ball back up into the front court. Heads down to the left corner. Ty jumps out to cut him off. Kick it back out top to Hoppy. Hoppy drives, runs into Ty. Offensive foul.
Ty's always good at that, holding his position. He's a big enough guy. He just kind of stands there, and those guys will run into him, and he always does a good job at that. Great job.
And then Ty goes by and pats Hoppy on the back and says something to him on his way walking back down the floor.
Yeah. Would like to have heard that. Now Nampa out in a little three-quarter court press.
Smaley gives it back over to Dunn. They finally get it back across the timeline. Harris comes out to meet the ball. Now they kick it back to Smaley. Luke says we'll run the fist play here. Ty comes out. Smaley around the screen, drives, splits the defense, and a foul inside. That's going to send Ty to the line to shoot a couple, or I should say Luke to the line to shoot a couple.
You know, that high pick and roll that we run is effective, and a lot of it's because of the good screens that Ty sets. I mean, he's obviously a big guy, and he and Luke have learned how to time that, and they do a good job on that.
Luke to shoot two. The first one is good. That puts Preston up 5-2 with 4:42 to play here in the first quarter. Luke back to the line, and his second, he makes them both. Luke the other night had a team-high 24 points in the win over Shelley and has his first two here in the first quarter tonight. Again, full court pressure put on here by the Indians. Harris running the top of that press. They finally get it across the timeline. Now they get it back to Estrada. In the corner to Hoppy, a three-pointer from there. Too high. Big high bounce is blocked inside. Ward got the ball, and I think he also got part of the body. Nope, they're going to call it on Harris.
On Cole. If anything, Hyde bumped him a little bit, and Harris tipped the ball. So they're going to have to bring Gabe Hammonds in to replace Harris.
Here at the free throw line, it's Ty Standage. Makes the first. Gives him a total of 3 points in the game.
Is that Thaddeus? Is that how you say that?
Thaddeus, but I just, the announcer, when they never announced him in the starting line, just called him Thad.
Thad.
So Thad short for Thaddeus.
Okay.
Makes them both, and a whistle. Nope.
No,
good.
went over the line.
Line violation. He stepped over the line.
Lane or line violation?
Lane, whatever it is.
Line. He wasn't in the lane.
There's too many names. Ward has it up in the front court. Preston again will break the press. Back over to Ward free throw line, extend to the left side. Down to the block to Ty. Nice move, then flips it up. A little reverse layup is no good. Here comes Nampa on the run. Ahead, too far ahead. Bad pass. It comes back on the floor to Hyde. Ty running all the way to the basket, laid up and foul on Estrada. Counts the basket.
He just holds that ball out, just dares the defender to guard him, and he did and got the foul. Great control by Ty right there.
Foul goes on Estrada. That's his first. Third on the team, and a timeout called here by Nampa. 3:58 to play here in the first quarter. Take a timeout. We're back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Ty Hyde will go to the free throw line, try to complete the three-point play. Preston up 8-3. Ty was 2 for 2 from the line against Shelley the other night, and he makes this one. Gives him 7 on the contest. He has Preston's 7 of their 9 points on the game so far. And again, full court pressure here by the Indians. Gabe Hammonds into the game, replacing Cole Harris. That happened just before the timeout. Donovan Gray gives it off as it comes to Colton Siebel just into the game. He's the short guy on the team. He's only 6'3". Back to Siebel. Drives on Hammonds. Cut off by Ty. Kicks it back. Sandridge will go. It goes off the glass, but a foul inside.
Who was that? Who did they call that on?
They called that on Ty.
Wow.
That's his first, team's fourth. Each side with 4 fouls on the team.
Unless I missed some, I don't even think he touched him.
I don't think so either.
Wow.
Sandridge will go to the free throw line and shoot his 4th and 5th free throws of the night. And he's only made 1 of the 4 so far. Brecker Knapp into the game. He'll replace Garrett Ward.
Well, I guess he's the guy to foul, huh?
I think so far. Here comes his 5th. That one goes in and stays in. So it gives him 4 points in the game, and it's 9-4. So full court pressure again put on by the Indians as Smaley and Dunn will play catch in the backcourt. Now from the front court it comes to Brecker Knapp. Back to Smaley. Wants to direct traffic a little bit. Goes left. Now down in the left side. It goes to Dunn. Free throw line extended left. In the corner to Smaley. Drop it down on the block as it goes back to Hyde again. Ty working his way inside. Goes up here against Siebel and lays it in.
Boy, he's just having his own way tonight, and I like about Ty tonight. He's being real patient, and they're not sending the double team real quick, so he's able to have a one-on-one situation.
Exactly.
They'll switch that in the second half.
Here's Siebel driving down the middle, kicks it off in the corners. It goes to Wallace. His 3 is no good. Inside is Sandridge with the rebound. Ball comes loose as it comes to Denning. Inside, the layup is missed there by Wallace, and Preston has the rebound. His Knapp gives it off to Smaley. Luke coming down the floor in a hurry. Gets to the free throw line, and now he'll back it back out. Donovan Gray right inside his pocket, pressuring the ball, goes to Knapp. Oh, great pass inside to Ties. He couldn't quite handle it. Might have been tipped on the way in. Here comes Nampa on the run, back the other way. Deming gets to the top of the key, dribbles behind the back, then lost control of the ball momentarily, gives it off to Sandridge, drives baseline.
Oh, he traveled.
And they're going to call a foul. They're going to bail him out with a foul call here on Gabe Hammonds.
Yeah, he totally traveled.
First down Hammonds, 5th on the team. Ball out of bounds under the Nampa bucket as the Bulldogs will keep control as Pearson Denning, the 5'10 junior, will bring it in. He'll get it in as it comes to Wallace, back to White, back onto the floor. As now it comes back to Siebel as they go with a little bit larger lineup. Vice pass inside to White for the layup. So they go big now. They got the 6'6 guy and 2 6'4 guys out there on the floor. See if that will slow down Ty a little bit as it comes to Hammonds. Hammonds all the way, laid up and in. Nice
good
move,
job, Gabe. Yeah. Again, used his body, had good hang time, and got a high percentage shot. Great job.
Again, they show press. Brecker will pressure the ball getting in as it comes into Wallace. Wallace with a cross-court pass comes to Gray, still looking for somebody to give it up to.
Oh, there you go. Get it.
It's knocked away by Knapp, who has to go and get it. It tries to throw it underneath the Dunn, knocked down, but goes to Scotty anyway, who gets the layup for his first 2 points of the game.
Great job.
15-6. Preston leads by 9 here with 1:22 to play here in quarter number 1. Denning in the backcourt. Oh, Brecker got a hand on that, just barely, but still made it to its intended target as that ball gets away momentarily and finally ends up in the hands of Pearson Denning. Denning wants to drive, kicks it off in the corner. Wallace comes into a crowd because Denning's sitting on the floor.
Good job, Gabe.
Pass is knocked away by Hammonds. Hammonds come down 2 on 2, and Hammonds gets the layup.
Great steal and great finish by Gabe.
Inside a minute to play, 17-6. Preston leads by 11 here in the first. Gray up into the front court. In the corner, there is White for 3, good.
Wow.
Gavin White may have got off to a slow start, but after a short sit on the bench, he's got 5 quick points. Up to Hammonds, the right corner. Shot a 3-pointer from there is no good. Ty tried for the rebound, but White ended up with it. With 26 seconds left in the period, Gray will bring it back up into the front court. Gray wants to drive. He's cut off there by Smaley. He hands the ball off to Wallace. Now back out to Gray again as the 5'11 junior Donovan Gray backs the ball out. Wants to hang on to it. Clock down to 10 as it rolls down under 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5. Now he puts the ball in motion, drives down the right side. He's cut off by Ty. Back to White. Another 3 is good.
Wow, right at the buzzer.
At the buzzer. White ends up the quarter with 7. Ty ends up the quarter with 9. And Preston ends up the quarter leading by 5. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Second quarter action right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you go into the mountains during the fall to look for big game or use your camera for shots of nature, make sure you don't get stuck while you're there. Visit West Motor Company today and check out the wide selection of four-wheel drive vehicles we have in stock. With new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Ford vehicles and loads of pre-owned four-wheel drives on the lot, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle for your backcountry adventures this year. West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Stop in today.
WestMotorCompany.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
Nope. Start the second quarter. Preston up 17-12. Ball belongs to the Indians. Here as we start the second.
Well, it's really important, Dan, that we stay out of foul trouble. I think
Absolutely.
That's the only, that's the one risk we take on this.
Luke tries to shoot over inside. Ball's taken away there by Jacob Butler. There's another 6'4" guy onto the floor. He's a junior, and here comes Nampa back up into the front court. That's Butler, number 5. Swing it back over to Gray. Gray holds it up on his head. Drives. He's cut off. He'll kick it back in the quarter to Deming. Now back out top as it comes to Siebel. Drives down the lane. Over in the corner to White. Another 3. Oh, he's human. He missed one. As it comes back to Smaley up into the front court.
Pass.
Nice pass to Brecker, just out of his reach.
Yeah, I don't think maybe Brecker didn't think that pass was coming.
So Preston up by 5, and again, they'll show full court pressure here again. Little full court lob pass comes to Deming, now back up into the front court. As again, the Bulldog is able to break the Preston press to Gray. Out top, holds onto it, gives it off on the right side. It goes to Deming. Back on the block to White. Dribbles around, Hyde, flip it up and in. Kevin White's got 9, and that lead that was once 11 is now down to 3.
Yeah, Preston just needs to kind of regroup a little bit, work it back inside to Ty.
Smaley down the middle, runs over a man, charging.
Yeah, they're going to call it charge. Yep. That's where you got to pull up right there. Not even the refs are going to. That's going to go not your way when you're on the road. So
That's 2 on Luke, 6 on the team. So Preston's out of fouls for the remaining 6:48 here of the first half.
Yep.
In case you're curious, just 4 on the Bulldogs, and they were at 4 midway through the first quarter. Whoops, bad pass by White, saved on by Dimming, who gets it up into the front court, back to White. In the right corner, three-pointer from there is no good on the shot put up by Butler.
Great rebound by Garrett.
Yeah, up high to pull it back down, gives it off to Knapp. Knapp will push it up into the front court. He's running the point now with Luke now sitting on the bench with the 2 fouls, and that ball's tapped, and it will stay with Preston.
Yeah, again, foul trouble with Luke in foul trouble. Does Ty just have 1 foul, or does he have 2?
Ty has 1.
That's good. We've got to keep him out of foul trouble.
Smaley and Cole Harris
each with
2. Ward, he'll hand it to Hammonds. Gabe kicks it off in the corner to Brecker. Knapp drives, runs into a man, and that's going to be a defensive foul.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fortunate. That was called on Gray, I think, wasn't it?
I think it's going to be on Gray.
Yep.
That'll be the team's 5th.
For Brecker, luckily Gray was moving because Brecker did lower his shoulder a little bit. But
they actually called it on Colton Siebel.
They did?
That's his first.
Oh, I didn't even see him in the area. Huh.
And to make that even more amusing, they called that a 2-shot foul as Brecker makes the first.
Wow. Well, we'll take it.
The second one is short. 18-14. They haven't changed the scoreboard yet. I thought I saw that first shot go through.
I thought it did too.
As it comes over to Blacker. Down low on the block, Butler's little short jump shot over Knapp is no good. He gets his own rebound, kicks it back out to Estrada. Or I'm sorry, that's is Gray, I should say, underneath. And a blocking foul against the Indians. And getting off the bottom of the pile is Ty Hyde.
Yeah, he was moving a little bit more on that one than he was earlier, so he'll come out with 2 fouls as well. That's the thing I was saying is the foul trouble is going to be really the key to this game because when you're playing against a team that has a lot of size, it's obviously a concern.
Rhett Richardson still not able to play with that knee, so they have to bring in the junior Brandon Hess to come in and replace Ty, who goes to the bench with 2 fouls. Cole Harris also comes back into the game here, replacing Brecker Knapp. So here is Siebel. The first one is good. So he'll get the bonus now with the penalty. I guess that first shot missed because they never changed the scoreboard. It's now 17-15.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that. As Siebel makes them both. 1 point lead, 17-16, 5:40 to play here in the first half. Garrett Ward now running the point here for the Indians. Well, it's something he did a lot last year, so he's comfortable with doing that.
Yeah, he's got experience there.
Comes back to Dunn. Dunn drives off the glass, put it up and in, count it. Wow.
That's what we need out of our senior leaders is just to go in, and when you need a bucket, get a bucket.
Scott was able to draw the contact, hung, and then played it off the glass. As the foul will go on Pearson Deming, his first.
Great move. Coach Jones will probably have to leave Smaley in hideout until, 2 or 3 minutes left in the half. So this is a crucial point of the game right now.
There's the 3-point play by Dunn. He makes it. And Scott has 5 here in the first half. And lead back out to 4 again for Preston. 20-2 to 16. Apologize. Get the picture back up there.
This press that Preston's been doing has been nice to see. I think it'll be effective as the season goes on for us.
Thad Sundig back into the game.
That's off them.
That's off. Oh, I think it was sworn like you that was off of down on Gray's foot, but he says no, the ball will stay with Nampa.
Yep.
So Siebel will bring it in right in front of the scorer's table. Bring it into the backcourt as it comes to Gray. Gray has it, working against Hammonds. He'll hold the ball. Comes around the screen in the corner to Siebel, who now wants to drive. Tries to draw the contact into Hammonds, but no call there. Back to White. White drives, and he's fouled on his way to the bucket.
I hope that's on call. We'll see who it's on.
Harris was there. It is against him. That's 3.
He's going to have to come out. Wow, I can't believe that. There was 3 guys they could have called that on. They called it on him.
Gavin White, his first free throw line shot is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in Preston. Ask about their catering options as well. Hawaiian Bowl Grill and Poppin' Pins Bowling Center in Preston. Second free throw for White. That's good as well. White's got 11. He's the leading scorer in the game here so far through the first half. As light pressure put on as it comes to Cole Harris, who stays in the game with those 3 fouls. It comes back out to Ward, who peeks a look back at Coach Jones back over at the bench. Garrett wants to drive the baseline. In the left corner goes to Hammonds. Back out to Dunn. Scott will work it back across the top. It goes back to Harris. Now back to Ward as to try to set up the offense again. 4.5 to play here in the first half. 20-18. Preston up by 2. Ward in the corner goes to Dunn. Scotty drives, gets cut off. Now shoots over White. It's no good. The ball is off of the hand of Hessen out of bounds.
Yeah, here comes Luke. Will come back into the game, and I imagine Ty will come back in a little bit.
So Luke will come back in as Hammonds will leave.
Important for Luke not to get his 3rd foul in this 4-minute stretch here.
Full court pressure again here put on by the Indians as the Bulldogs break it. A little Euro step inside to Standage. Tries to go to the bucket, and he'll go to the free throw line as that foul is going to go on Braden Hess.
Boy, they're calling a lot of fouls.
Well, you know, we've seen it before on trips over here to the other side of the state.
Yeah, it's a little bit how it is, but we'll fight through it.
First one by Standage is no good. Now 2 of 6 so far from the line here in the first half. Brecker Knapp comes hustling back over. He's going to check back in here as well as Standage misses them both. He's 2 out of 7 from the free throw line here in the first half tonight. Remains a 2-point Preston lead. 4:05 to play here in the first. Ward has it. Free throw line extended left. Back out to Hess. Swing it back over on the right side. Back to Dunn for 3. Good.
All right. That's what we need is Scotty to get hot. Way to go, Scotty.
Scotty's got 8 and the lead back out to 5. Full court pressure again by the Indians. Blacker gets it up into the front court as it goes to Standage. Dribbles down toward the right corner. No, give it to Gavin in the corner. Here's White's 3-pointer, no good. Done up high, gives it to Smaley running by. Luke coming down the floor, 1-on-3. Luke all the way and draws the foul.
Good move right there. Crossed him over and drew the foul as he hit his hand. Luke did a good job there not to get an offensive foul, to do a little Euro step across. And
Isaac Plew draws the foul. That's 9 team fouls now against seven I should say, against the Bulldogs. 9 against Preston.
Yep.
And Smaley at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Luke has 3 here in the first half.
We've just got to kind of get into halftime with a nice lead and keep our fouls at a minimum, come out. And I wouldn't be surprised if we take the full court press off a little bit in the second half, just to slow the game down a little bit and not get some little fouls here and there.
Luke
good job by Cole.
Harris taps it back out of bounds, but he taps it out from underneath the basket, but he tapped it out of bounds. As it'll go back over to Nampa. 3:33 to play here in the first half. As the officials come over to the scorer's table to say something to the clock, the timekeeper. As they get it in, as it comes to Plew. Plew will give it back to Blacker. Now back to Plew over on the right side. Now back to Blacker, top of the key. Lob it inside. As it goes there to Wallace. Doesn't turn and shoot. Instead, he'll give it back to Blacker, who will back the ball back out again. He'll hand it off to Hoppy, just back into the game. As it goes back over to Plew, holds it high up over his head, comes around the screen. He'll shoot from the top of the key. A high arching shot is no good. The long rebound comes off. It's taken by Smaley. Here come the Indians. 3-on-2 as it goes to Dunn. Lay it up and in.
Cole Harris was lucky he didn't pick up his 3rd foul. Did you see him knock into that? A great play right there by Luke and Scott.
So again, the press stays on here, and they get up into the front court, and Hoppy drops it out of bounds.
Good job. Good job.
Tried a hurried pass, bad pass anyway. Hoppy tried to save it, but couldn't lean out far enough over the sideline to bring it back in.
And the press has been highly effective. Sometimes a press can lead to a lot of speed, which can get some fouls. So we'll have to see how that goes.
It's a second game in a row. It worked very well against Shelley the other night as well.
It's done well tonight, too.
Lead back out to 8 points again, 26-18, and Dunn.
Now they're going to call a moving screen on Knapp.
Yes, they did. So it's a foul on Brecker, his first.
Yeah, boy, they're watching everything on us. There's no doubt about that.
10 team fouls here on Preston here in the first half. That'll put the Bulldogs into the double bonus for the final 2.5 minutes of the half. Get it up into the front court. Hoppy gives it off to Blacker. Back to Hoppy in the right corner. Back out top as it finds its way to Joseph Wallace, who will hand it to Plouffe back to the top of the key. Back to Standage. Standage doesn't take the shot, wanted to look for it. Gives it off to Hoppy, a little three-man weave here as they give it back to Blacker, back top of the key. To Plouffe over on the right side, bounces it down on the right block to Hoppy. Hoppy works against Hammond, lay it up and in. Hammond.
Ref says no, that was a flop. You're not getting the call, which isn't surprising tonight here.
First 2 points in the game for Hoppy, 26-20 as we go under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Comes to Ward. Garrett will hold, give it off to Brecker. Knapp holds just outside the three-point arc. Now back to Ward. Back to Brecker. Over in the corner goes back to Dunn. Three-pointer. Good.
Yes.
Count it. And Scott will go to the line looking for the four-point play.
Woo! Love that. That is just great. Good job by Scott. Good concentration. And way to make it.
Isaac Plouffe charged for the foul. That's his second. And now Scott Dunn will go to the line looking to complete the vaunted four-point play.
I wasn't watching Scott. Did he just run into him after the shot?
Yeah.
Kind of in that space you can't be in? Okay.
So the three-point basket gives Preston the 9-point lead. Scott can make it 10. And does.
Great job.
He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. That gives him 14 here in the first half.
Oh, good job, Gabe.
As they'll reach in, they'll tie it up, but it'll stay, however, with Nampa.
Great hustle right there by Gabe. He gave him the ball, so Gabe says, well, I'll take it.
So Deming will bring it in. They'll trap out by the timeline. However, they get it to Deming. Deming lays it off to Wallace. His shot is no good. Brecker was standing out of bounds, so he couldn't touch the ball and ends up going to back to Nampa anyway.
If he'd have caught it, it would have been their ball. So
either way.
Yeah.
So they'll bring it in from underneath their own basket. 1:17 to play in the half. Comes to Wallace. Back to Sandage. Sandage.
Wow.
Yes. Boy, just
they're
barely
real
breathing on him, and Garrett Ward called for the foul. That's his first.
Yep.
That, however, is going to be 2 free throws here for Sandage.
That's just good defense by Garrett. He's just right in him. He's just kind of contesting it, and they call a ticky-tack foul.
If you're going to foul somebody, Sandage is the guy to foul. He'll go to the line to shoot his 8th and 9th free throws of the first half, but he's made only 2 of 7.
Every time we say that, he makes it. So he's a really good foul shooter, Dan. Don't you think he's really good? We'll see if that works. He doesn't hardly ever miss.
He has 5 points here in the first half.
We're on to something.
And he missed that one. And a foul on the rebound.
Yep, they're going to call that
that's going to be on Hoppy. That'll be his third.
Yep. He kind of reached in, and so we'll go for a 1-and-1. I don't know who got fouled. Was it Brecker? Yeah. I think it was Brecker.
That's his third.
Yeah.
So he'll join Cole Harris as the two guys in serious foul trouble.
The 3-foul club.
As Brecker Knapp will now go to the free throw line. 1:10 to play. Preston up by 9, 30-21. As Colton Siebel and Donovan Gray come back in. Jordan Blacker will go to the bench for the Bulldogs. And 1-and-1 here for Brecker Knapp, and the first one's nothing but net.
Good job, Brecker. Great to have a sophomore contributing like that and contributing well. He's a good athlete.
He's just a natural good athlete in just about whatever he does.
Exactly. Yep. And only a sophomore with 2 more years after this. That's great.
Brecker's second is a little off, and the rebound comes off to Siebel. Siebel gives it off as it comes over to Gray. Gray back to Siebel, and then stumbles and loses the ball out of bounds.
Yep, another turnover off of the press. Great job.
He's trying to catch and turn all in one motion and got his feet tangled up with himself. So Preston gets the ball back with 1 minute to play here in the first half. Knapp going left. Goes to Dunn in the corner. Looks for a three. A whistle before the shot. As Garrett Ward shaking his head like, yeah,
is it on
told
Deming?
Ya.
Who'd they call it on?
Is it going to call this on who?
Deming.
Yeah, they called it on Don Deming. That's his second.
He's kind of like, what did I do? And it wasn't really, he must have held Garrett. I think Garrett was coming through, and I think he held him. Some of those fouls we don't see that the refs can see it down there.
So that's 10 team fouls now on Nampa as well, so double bonus, and Ward will shoot 2. The first one is good.
That boy Garrett.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley.
What a great remodel and addition they did, too. Isn't that beautiful in there?
We walked around through there, Julie Burley and I, a month or two ago. And
it's great.
Impressed
really
with the place.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great facility.
Garrett makes them both. He has 2 here in the first half. 50 seconds to play as the Preston lead is back out to a dozen again. Gavin White back in here for the final minute of the first half as Gray goes around the white screen. A nice little crossover move by Wallace for the layup.
Yeah, that's a good move by the big guy. Let's go for one shot here, Preston. Try to go up 12 or 13.
30 seconds to play. Let's see if they'll just hang on to the ball, and
there you go.
We'll hang on
Timeout.
long enough to where Jones will get a timeout.
Yep.
We'll take the timeout here as well. Back in for the final 26 seconds of the half right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
KACH.
Remind you to stay tuned for the Ralph Construction halftime report coming up. Just 26 seconds left here in the first half. Ball belongs to the Indians. After the timeout, see if they work for the last shot. Luke Smaley back onto the floor. As Luke will just hold it, and they'll work for the last shot as Nampa will drop back into a 2-3 zone and just let the clock run here as well. It's down to 12. And with 10, Luke will start to put the ball back into play. Goes to Dunn. Hess has in the corner. Back out to Luke. Back to Dunn in the corner for 3 from the right side. It's going to be just a hair short. Tapped inside by Hammonds. No. White has the rebound, but can't do anything with it before the end of the first half. So that's the way the first half will end here. Preston has a 10-point lead, 33-23. We're back with the Ralph Construction halftime report coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
The Halftime Report is brought to you by Ralph's Construction. More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Welcome back here as we're at halftime and Preston leads by 10, 33-23. And a good first half, Ron. Ron Smaley, Dan Hubbard back with you here from Nampa High School. Although both teams ended up maxed out on fouls in the first half, Preston moved the ball well, got breaks, and the press for the second game in a row worked very well here in the first half tonight.
We're athletic enough as a team that we can run the press, and it leads to some turnovers. And again, tonight it's helped us. Nampa had some pretty good play by their big guys, especially from outside and inside. That with Smaley and Hyde getting in foul trouble, I think that made it only a 10-point game. I think it could have been a lot bigger lead for Preston.
Yeah,
but Dunn came in and really sparked it for us.
Yeah, Dunn ended up leading all scores in the first half. We'll check the first half numbers coming up here in just a minute.
Yep.
The other thing that was amazing about being up here in the Boise Valley today was, I know you experienced it, as did I. All of a sudden, making the drive up here today, the sun was out. I forgot what that was like.
Got to Pocatello, and I'm like, where's the snow? I mean, we don't even have any snow in Pocatello. We got like 8 feet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like nothing. And then, like I said, I got out in Twin Falls, and I said, Heather, it is 53 degrees. It feels like a heat wave. Nice up here. So a good little reward for those of us who traveled up here.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll play another game up here tomorrow as they start to head home. We'll stop in Mountain Home for a game tomorrow, a game that you can hear on a tape delay basis following the Utah State game at home tomorrow against Fresno State. Our coverage should start after the Utah State game. Should be about 6:30 tomorrow evening. We'll have that game for you against Mountain Home. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, look at the first half numbers after this.
KACH, mylocal.radio.com.
COACH. 5 letters synonymous with leadership and encouragement. A person who cares about your success in athletics, but even more about your success in life. Hear from the coach right here on the Coach Craig Smith Show.
The Coach Craig Smith Show, live from the new Chicago Pizza in Logan, Wednesday night at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
The holidays are a special time, filled with delicious meals, savory meats, desserts, candies, and hot apple cider. The team at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston wish you and yours a delicious holiday season filled with happiness. Visit us today for all the ingredients for your special recipes. Shop the wide selection of holiday gifts for everyone on your list. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston. We thank you for your patronage.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money, closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
KACH.
Preston leads by 10 here at the halftime break. Let's take a look at the stats from the first half. Trace Hopi finished the half with 2 points and 3 fouls for the Nampa Bulldogs. Devin Estrada played but did not score. Jake Blocker played but did not score. As for Pearson Deming as well, no points in the first half. Jacob Butler played sparingly, did not score. Isaac Plew also did not score. You have to go all the way down the score sheet to Thad Sandridge before you find somebody who has some points by their name. And he had 5 points in the first half, and he was 3 of 9 from the free throw line. Gavin White led all Bulldog scorers in the first half with a couple of three-pointers. He finished it with 11 in the first half. Joseph Wallace had 2. Donovan Gray played but did not score, and Colton Siebel had 2 points in the first half. The Bulldogs were 7 of 13 in the first half from the free throw line. For the Indians, Ty Hyde finished the first half with 9. Scott Dunn led all scorers in the first half. He had 14. Luke Smaley had 3. Brecker Knapp had 2. Cole Harris picked up 3 fouls and spent a lot of time in the first half on the bench. He did not score in the first half. Garrett Ward had 2. Gabe Hammonds had 4. Braden Hess played but did not score. And for Preston in the first half, they were really good from the free throw line. They finished 10 of 12 from the charity stripe, which helped them open up that 10-point lead. Remember, they did have a lead as many as 12 in the first half, and they lead by 10 at the break. Take another timeout. We'll come back second half coming up right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.com.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
We are Dairy West. That means we are milk people, family people, animal people, people people. We are environment-loving people, giving back people, job-creating people, and glass all the way full people. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Second half just underway, and it gets started with Ty High getting a little layup. So Preston immediately just extends the lead back out to 12, and Ty has 11 here in the game. Full court pressure again by the Indians. They get it up to Wallace into the front court. Wallace goes off the glass and in. Wallace, a 6'4 junior, has 4 points. Luke back up into the front court as Preston starts the second half with their starting 5. Down low, nice pass to Harris. Reverse layup is in.
Great job. Nampa coming out in the zone, and Preston switched their offense and got a good layup.
Gavin White came over in a hurry, and Cole Harris was able to use the rim as a little defense.
Dang it.
Ty gets off balance, and Wallace kind of crashed into him. That'll be 3 on Ty. He's going to have to come out. Or will he? He walks over to the bench.
And Ty was just trying to make a play on that press. And, again, that's the thing with the press is it just kind of lends itself to collision, a little more speed. And
a little bit playing out of control.
Yeah,
so Brecker Knapp comes in, and Preston has to go small here, and they'll settle into a 2-3 zone and make him shoot over the top. Estrada, swing it back around as it goes to Gray. Holds it, now back to Estrada on the right side. To White at the elbow, back to Estrada. Slips, almost goes down. That throws it away, but however, Donovan Gray's able to go and get it. Smaley gets a hand on it, pokes it back into the backcourt. Gray's able to go and collect it without penalty as they swing it back around all the way into the corner. Estrada for 3. No good. Long rebound comes off. He has it inside. Makes a nice move inside and has a wide open look at the basket and scores his first 2 points of the game. As quickly the ball back up into the front court. Comes to Harris. Back out top to Smaley. Back to Ward. Down low. Now kick it back out. Good ball movement, but 3-pointer for Garrett Ward. That's going to be off as the rebound taken in by Hoppy. Hoppy will give it off to Estrada as Nampa has an opportunity here with Hyatt on the bench to try to get back into the game. They trail by 10. Wallace, right elbow.
Good job.
As the pass is a bit high, it's off the hands of Hoppy and out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little too much on that pass for them to control. So great turnover, and here we go, Preston.
Smaley brings the ball up in the front court. Dunn from the free throw line is good.
Good read, good shot, Scotty.
So the lead back out to 12. 5:40. Comes around as it works his way back over to Gray. Back out top. As Smaley, or I should say Dunn's going to be called for the foul. He got a piece of Estrada going by, and that's the first.
Is that just one on Scott?
That's his first.
Good.
2 team fouls against the Indians here in the half, however. As 3-pointer put up by Hoppy.
Yeah, we got to defend that a little better, Dan. We can't give them that kind of an open look there.
So Smaley has it back top of the key. Back to Luke, swing it back to Ward, now back to Luke again. Back to Ward on the left side, down the corner goes to Harris. Harris trapped there, Hoppy got a piece of the ball and then takes it away. Trace Hoppy back up into the front court. Comes down the right side, free throw line extended, swing it back around, Estrada into the corner to Wallace, doesn't take the shot, now back to Estrada. He'll hold. White comes out to set the screen. He'll shoot from around the screen and hit the 3-pointer.
Yeah, we got to really defend that 3 better, Dan.
Timeout, Preston. Yep. The lead goes down to 6. It was up as many as 12, and the timeout on the floor. We'll take it here as well. We're back in 30 seconds.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So Preston ball, 4:20 to play here in the third. They're hanging on to a 6-point lead tonight, with Ty Hyde still sitting on the bench with his 3 fouls. It's Smaley, Hammonds, Ward, Dunn, and Knapp as it comes to Smaley. In the corner, back to Dunn. Looks at another 3. That looks long. It is. It's an air ball as Knapp goes up and has his shot blocked by White. Here come the Bulldogs looking to dig into that
nice
lead.
Steal, Luke.
Smaley up high to take it away. He'll drive all the way against White and gets the layup.
Good job. We needed that.
Luke's got 5. He did have a team-high 24 against Shelley on opening night. Again, full court pressure put on here by the Indians. They get across the timeline. They'll trap him against the timeline. He throws it away. Comes to Ward in the backcourt. Defenders are back, so Garrett will slow it down just a little bit. On the right side, it goes to Smaley. Luke will pull the ball back out top. As Hammond and Dunn cross, Smaley splits the defenders, lays it off to Brecker for the layup.
Good assist and good finish by Knapp.
The lead quickly now grows back out to 10 again as they outscore Napa's 4-0 after the timeout. Gray, top of the key, working against Hammond. Over on the left side, it goes to Estrada. He'll pull the ball back out top again. Smaley comes out to meet him. White comes out with a screen. Estrada goes around it. Corner three here from Gray. In, boy, that thing went about 3/4 of the way down and came back out. Here the ball comes up to Smaley in the front court. Smaley will kick it to Hammonds in the left corner for three. Short. Brecker gets a hand on it, saves it on the floor. Dunn throws it out there. And now here comes the Bulldogs. 5-on-3 as that'll be a blocking foul.
Jeez. Just standing there. He didn't even. Wow.
Foul's going to go against Luke. That'll be his third.
Looks like, what else can I do? I was just standing there. Yeah.
So here is Donovan Gray. His first foul shot is no good. Gray still scoreless in the game as he misses the free throw shot here. Smaley's going to come out as that Cole Harris that came back in. Cole comes back in with his 3 fouls.
Well, Preston, we got to weather this storm now. We got to get to the fourth quarter, and I look for Preston to slow the tempo down a little bit, and just kind of play for a good shot, and with foul trouble and all that.
There's yet to been a foul called against Nampa here in the second half.
No, well, that's just kind of
team
how
fouls
it's been.
are 3 for the Indians and 0 for the Bulldogs.
Right.
2.5 to play here in the first, or in quarter number 3, I should say, as Dunn has it. Scotty gives it off to Brecker. Knapp will hold, gets it up along the sideline as it goes to Ward. Now back to Knapp. Knapp should be running the point here in this formation with Luke Smaley sitting on the bench.
Yeah, there you go.
He'll give it to Harris at the right elbow. Holds it up over his head. Wants to turn. Instead, he'll hand it to Dunn. Scott kicks it back to Garrett Ward. Now back to Brecker Knapp on the right side. Drives the baseline as White comes over. And a foul. Who are they going to call this on? As it will go against 11 Standage. Either way, it's his first. And the first against the team. And Brecker Knapp is going to go to the free throw line here to shoot 2.
That was a good drive by Brecker to go in and draw the foul.
Knapp's first shot is good.
Good.
Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community in Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. 435-232-1837. Knapp misses the second as we go under 2 minutes. 44-34. Preston has a lead in the closing moments here of quarter number 3. Deming comes back to Estrada. Free throw line extended right now. They'll swing it back to the left as it goes back to Sandridge again. In the corner, there is Siebel. Wants to drive. He gets cut off. Estrada with another 3 is good.
Boy, we've got to do a better job on that. That's the only thing that's going to bring him back in the game.
Estrada's got 8. All of those are here in the second half. Knapp up into the front court as it comes to Dunn. Scotty drives. Goes all the way, a little high arching shot, that's no good. Harris has the rebound inside. Kick it back to Knapp for a 3 is long. White has the rebound there for the Bulldogs. To Estrada. 1:05 to play in the half. As Hyde and Smaley comes back to check in. Estrada goes back to White. White's been very quiet since scoring most of his points in the second quarter.
Yeah, I look for us to go back into him a little bit more, Dan.
Back to White. Back down on the low block as he dropped it out of bounds as he crashed into Garrett Cole. And the ball belongs to the Bulldogs underneath their own basket. Hyde and Smaley back in as Ward and Knapp both leave. 49 seconds to play in the half. Tapped away by Smaley, taken away by Smaley. Ahead to Dunn. Luke with the layup.
Good job.
Great play by Luke Smaley, who jumped, and at the top of his jump was able to deflect the inbound pass and then catch it coming down. turned it into 2 points as the ball comes back to Estrada. 30 seconds to play. So putting Luke back onto the floor immediately pays dividends. Comes to Deming. Siebold has it left side, wants to drive, stops top of the key. Back to Estrada. Step back jumper over Luke is good for another 3. 46-40, 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Hyde top of the key to Dunn. Hammond's in the right corner. A three-pointer from there is no good. Punched away by Cole as Ty almost had it and lost it out of bounds. 1.3 left in the quarter. I don't think Ty was expecting that little tap from Harris to keep the ball alive.
Yeah, that would have been nice to get that layup right there.
Estrada driving, lets it go, and it's going to be no good. And that's the way the quarter will end. Preston led by 10 at the end of the first half. They lead by 6 here at the end of the third quarter. 46-40, we'll go to the fourth. The fourth quarter tonight is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home. We'll go to the fourth right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
The fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home.
Whether a loved one passes suddenly and much too soon or after a long and fruitful earthly journey, the families of Northern Cache Valley have known for years they can rely on sensitive and professional care from Webb Funeral Home. Now in their beautiful full-service facility on the south side of Preston, Webb Mortuary urges you to consider the benefits of pre-planning final arrangements in order that your wishes are carried out and difficult decisions are not left to your surviving family members. Make an appointment soon to talk about pre-planning with your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
KACH.
Start the fourth quarter here tonight. Preston leading by 6, 46-40, and the ball belongs to the Bulldogs to start the quarter. Down low, Wallace working on Hyde, try to draw another foul, flips it up off the glass, and somehow it falls in.
We got to return the favor now, Dan. We got to go right back into Ty and do the same thing.
Get it to Dunn, now back to Smaley. Ty working on the left block, turns on Wallace, goes to Smaley in the corner, and Estrada is riding Smaley out of bounds and will draw the foul. That's his second. Team's second. 3 team fouls on the Indians to start the fourth quarter. Now 2 on the Bulldogs as it comes into Smaley. To Dunn. Looks inside, can't get it there. Goes to Harris. Bounce pass inside to Dunn in the paint, lay it in.
That's all day to Hyde. That's all day, and I think we got to go to that well now.
They have size inside, but none of them can stay with Ty.
Right.
Again, the full court pressure. Comes to Wallace, wants to drive, he'll kick it off in the corner. Sable for 3, needs a bounce, won't get it. Nice rebound inside, and a foul, and count the bucket.
Oh, come on, no, that was before on Cole. The foul came before he even landed down. If they called it on Cole.
They did call it on Cole.
Boy, that was a horrible call. Oh, see, they didn't count the basket, see?
Okay.
Yeah, because the ref went like that.
I thought he did.
The foul happened, and he came down, and then he went back up. So that was the right call.
Estrada, free throw line extended left, will back it out. Now driving, flips it over his head. And that's going to be on Luke, and that's going to be 2 shots for Estrada.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, they called it on Hammond.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't even touch him.
So Donovan Estrada is going to go to the free throw line to shoot his first 2 free throws of the night with 11 points in the game as Preston continues to lead by 6 here in the quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Stokes Market and True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness, as the first one is good. Stokes Market and True Value on State Street in Preston.
Well, this is a good game to test our team at the first of the year. This is a good one.
It is indeed. As second free throw is no good. Ty has the rebound. Don't forget the Preston Basketball Classic, the tournament. The girls' tournament going on this weekend. The boys' tournament is next weekend. with big games coming up there as well. As it comes into Hyde at the right block, turns in the paint,
Nice.
lays it off to Harris, lay it up and in.
There we go. Great job by Ty to recognize the double team and give his buddy an easy layup. If they're going to double you, then get the guy that's wide open. Great job.
And if you're going to give the ball up, you might as well give it to your cousin.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Comes to Wallace, free throw line, 15-foot jumper is good. Remains a 5-point Preston lead, 50-45. Remember, Preston scored 76 points against Shelley in the opener. As Ty will turn in the paint.
That's a foul.
That's a foul, didn't get called. Harris taps it back out to Smaley, back to Luke, laid up in it, or I should say back to Ty, laid in.
Great job. Great job.
That gives Ty 15. He had 12 against Shelley, but he didn't play a lot of the game against Shelley because the game was so one-sided.
Most of the starters sat out the fourth quarter and half of the third.
Deming gives it off there to Sandridge. Three-pointer there.
That's
put up
way too open,
by
guys.
Sable is good.
Yeah, we can't leave him that open.
Timeout on the floor. 52-48, lead down to 4. 5:36 to play here in the third. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocal.radio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa, it's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. In your time of need, you need professionals with true compassion. That's Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. 52-48. Preston,
Dan, they
hold on to a 4-point lead. Go ahead.
Back in 2015, in the 16th season, Coach Jones started this annual Boise trip to kind of simulate the state tournament. And so this is a great experience for us to come up and play 2 games in 2 nights. And, this is all part of it. This is a great learning for us right now.
Hyde has it down on the right block. Wants to back up on White. Drop step. He gets White up in the air and a foul.
And one. Ty's like, you can't guard me.
Gavin White.
Smirk.
That's only his first foul, believe it or not.
See, that's amazing.
That's 3 against the Bulldogs, and Ty will go back to the free throw line, try to complete another 3-point play. He's only had 1 free throw tonight. And that's good. He's made both of his free throw shots, and he has 18 in the game. He and Scott Dunn, both with 18 apiece. Again, full court pressure. Get it up into the front court as it comes to Sable. Sable gives it off to Estrada. Estrada tries to penetrate, then he'll back the ball back out. 5:05 to play here in the game. Back out top,
nice.
Wallace poked away by Harris?
Ward
knocked it away?
I think so.
As finally Preston fumbles the ball, but it comes to Smaley.
Good pull up because we're not in a hurry, Dan. We don't need to take good shots.
Comes over in the corner. Harris in the left corner. Traveled.
Man.
Trying to make a move to get around Deming, and he traveled.
Yeah. Well, we're up 7. We don't have to be, we can just kind of take our time a little bit, but.
Really surprised that Luke didn't take that ball over the basket, to be quite honest with you.
Yep.
Full court pressure again here as they get it back up to the front court. It comes to Wallace. Dribbles down towards the left block. In the corner there, it goes to Deming. Back out top, Estrada with a long 3. No good. Ty has that rebound. Questionable shot down by 7 to shoot from that far away.
Yep.
As Smaley walks the dribble up into the front court. Goes around the screen by Hyde. Lay it off. Harris. Kick it back out to Dunn. Scotty goes around a couple of guys. Lays it up and in.
Great play. Good job, Scotty.
Scott's got 20.
We need all those 20, too.
And exactly. And it's a 9-point lead as we go under 4 minutes. Up into the front court, it goes there to Siebel. Drives, pulls up, traveled, didn't call. Another three-pointer by Estrada is no good. Tapped loose, it comes to Dunn. Head of the pack, he'll stop and slow things down.
Good veteran player there, realizes you don't need to do anything, bring the ball back up top.
Ward to Harris, lob it inside to Smaley. He gets hammered there by Estrada, no call.
Yeah.
Here comes Estrada all the way against Harris. Put it up and he'll draw the foul.
They call that. Wow. Yeah.
As that's against Cole, that's 5.
Yep,
it is.
That is.
As Harris will fall out of the game. Whoop, they only have that as 4. That's interesting.
Okay.
So who they give the foul on when the other one was on Harris?
I have no idea.
Here's Estrada. First one is good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 5 on Harris because he got those one right at the first and picked up 2 really quick and had to sit out. Yeah.
Trace Hoppy comes back in with his 3 fouls. Wallace goes back to the bench. And Estrada will try another free throw here with 3:27 left. Try to trim the lead down to 7, which he does. He has 13 in the game and a timeout called here. 30-second timeout called by the Bulldogs. Take a quick timeout. We're back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
KACH.
57-50. Indians lead by 7, 3.5 to play here in the fourth.
Preston inbounds the ball. It looks like Nampa's going to come out in a press maybe on us here.
Yeah, they have to try to start getting the ball back here a little bit. They're starting to run out of time.
Yep.
So Ward brings it in to Smaley in the backcourt, and Luke will just walk the ball up into the front court. Estrada will meet him in the backcourt as Luke comes across the midcourt stripe. Gives it off to Dunn here on the left side. Free throw line extended. Back out top to Harris with 4 fouls. Swing it into the corner, goes back to Smaley again. Comes around the screen of Ty Hyde. Bounce it to Ty. Ty got a hand on it and deflected it way up in the air and then couldn't corral it, and it's going to go back over to Nampa.
Yeah.
That was a tough pass by Luke, that hard bounce pass.
And I don't know. I think we should have stalled a little bit more there.
I do too. You work for a better shot than forced penetration when you're up by 7 with 3.5 minutes to play. There's Siebel up into the front court and charging.
Yep, offensive.
Luke Ty will draw another offensive foul. This one's against Siebel.
Yeah. That was an easy call. That he came charging in and Ty just held his ground.
3 minutes exactly to play.
Yeah, I mean, we can take a minute off the clock here if we'll just take our time and try to get a good high percentage shot.
Preston's out of fouls, so free throws for Nampa all the rest of the way. Nampa has 4 fouls.
Yep.
Dunn back out top to Harris, looks inside, forces it inside to Hyde. Luckily, the ball deflects back to Smaley, swinging back around the right side to Ward as they get it back to Harris. Cole wants to get it back to Smaley, can't, so he'll step up. 14-foot floater is good.
That boy Cole. If they're not going to guard him, he'll take it.
They're going to give you the shot, take it.
Yeah, that was an easy
They're
one.
overplaying the rest of the guy, the ball handlers.
Yep.
This comes to Hoppy up into the front court. Give it to White. Gavin passes up the 3, goes to Sable in the corner, who now drives, comes cut off by Hyde, and he traveled.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They got him. He's been doing that a couple times now. They finally called it.
So 2:20 to play. Another turnover against the Bulldogs. As Donovan Gray is going to come back, and Siebel will head back to the bench. So they'll pick up the ball in the backcourt, and they have 2 more defenders waiting for it right at the timeline to potentially trap. As it comes to Smaley, gets it up into the front court to Ward. They'll break that trap possibility and get it back to Luke. Nampa has to drop back on defense as they settle into a man-to-man. As Luke drives against Estrada. In the corner it goes to Dunn. Doesn't take the 3s. It comes back to Ward at the left elbow. Lob it inside to Ty. Ty tries to go up, and he's fouled.
Good job. I like it. A high percentage shot. There you go.
It's going to go on White. That's his second. 5 team fouls now on the Bulldogs. So 2 more free throws coming up here for Ty. He's 2 for 2 from the line today. And has 18 overall in the game. First one from Hyde is good.
Attaboy, big guy.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by West Motors with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in the city of Preston. So here's Ty, who the second one is just a hair long.
Garrett.
Good. Ward hustles to
out.
get the rebound. They'll bring it back out as it goes to Harris in the corner.
Don't need that.
Don't need to look inside. Don't take the jumper as the shot is no good. Estrada up high to pull down the rebound. Boy, pull that ball back out and work the clock all the way back down to a minute.
Right.
Estrada gets a nice jump stop inside and gets the little soft rolls. That one finally drops in.
That'll come out in the film session on Cole. He's a junior and he'll learn that.
Remember, he's new to the Jones system.
Yeah, but he's a great addition to the system.
Yes,
we'll
he
take
is,
him
absolutely.
in a heartbeat.
Smalley has it, and a timeout called by Coach Jones. He wants a full timeout with 1:16 to play. 60-52. We'll take another timeout here. We'll be back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Don't forget, coming up tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 pregame, 4 o'clock kickoff, as Utah State will be at home against the Fresno State, a big, important conference basketball game. You can hear that game right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Preston has the ball, 1:16 to play and an 8-point lead. As they get it into Smalley, they try to double team the ball, and immediately they get it back to Cole Harris. Back to Dunn. Harris has it, top of the key, swing it back out top to Ward, back to Harris as they're just trying to play keep away here now.
Yep.
As it goes back to Ward again, as Estrada finally has to reach out and grab Garrett Ward. They still have one more foul to give.
Yep, that's right. So, oh no, that was the 7th. Well,
no, they just put 6 on the board. They're not out of fouls. That ball should be out of bounds. Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know what they're saying.
They still have another foul to give before they just send
Yeah.
Preston to the free throw line, so they can burn some more time off the clock.
That's good for us.
As they get it into Smalley in the backcourt, Luke will come up, give it to Dunn. Whoa, look out. Dunn gets popped pretty good there from Hoppy, and Dunn goes by and says something to him on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, Dunn's not going to take that, though. They kind of have the same hairstyle, though. They're kind of kindred souls. They're both pulling the mullets off.
That's right.
So, they probably are, hey, my mullet's better than yours. I think that's what he said.
When he walked by with his chest pumped out, my hairdo's better than yours.
My mullet's bigger than yours. There we go.
Scott
and Scotty puts it in. Way to go, Scotty.
Scott is 3 out of 3 from the free throw line tonight and has a 21 in the game. Here's the second. Short. And White knocks it out of bounds, and the ball stays with Preston with 56 seconds left.
And we get it. Good deal.
So Smalley will bring it in from underneath their own basket. Bouncing in the corners, it goes over there to Scott. Don't need to shoot. Just let them foul you.
Yep.
As they get it to Dunn, just try to outrace the defense. Look
We'll
out,
take a
nice pass.
Yeah.
They're going to give you the layup.
Yep.
Take it as Cole Harris scores his 8th point of the game.
Yeah, you'll take that every time.
11-point lead, 63-52, 38 seconds left. Driving is Estrada, high off the glass, no good. Tie up high to grab the rebound. Thought about giving it to Smalley. Now he gives it up to him as Luke will race his way up into the front court, and there to foul him as he gets to the timeline is Donovan Gray. That's his first.
It's a nice little test that, just enough of a test that we needed. And nice victory for Preston. I'm proud of them. And they had a little, it was a test.
Yeah.
With the foul trouble, and the other team,
absolutely.
It was a good.
The other team was able to work that 12-point lead down to 2 at one
At
point
one
before
point,
the halftime break.
And you'll take any road win.
Absolutely.
I don't care who you're playing against.
As
you just take it.
Gavin White leaves with 11 seconds left, or with 11 points, 28 seconds left on the clock, and Smaley's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. First one here by Luke is no good. And here comes Gray up into the front court. Spin move in the paint. Lays it off. Wallace off the glass. No good. And then tapped by Gray. Gray lobbies the official and somehow gets the official to agree with him. That it was
jumped
off
out of
Preston.
the way because he thought it was going to hit him.
Gray had his hand stuck out. It was definitely off him, but the official says, yeah, you can have it. That's fine. Back over in the corner, Plew back into the game, kicks it back out. Estrada for a straightaway 3. No good, serves him right. The rebound comes off to Harris. Back to Knapp, 7 seconds on the clock. Just get it into the front court, and you can watch the rest of the clock run off as Harris has it, and they'll just let him stand there and hang on to the ball. And Preston win this game by the final score of 63-52. Well, they scored 75 in the game against Shelley. They get 63 in this game. Another good output as they'll take the victory. As we'll head off, quick timeout. We'll come back with the post-game show right after this.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market, True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. By Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston. By Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in Preston. By Naylor Insurance, for life, home, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw on State Street in Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metals into cash. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Valley Implement. By S&T Electric. And by MyLocalRadio.com. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show. Coming right up.
When the time finally comes to deliver your new little one, the comforts of home are vital. Franklin County Medical Center understands, and that's why the new maternity suites are designed with a warm family atmosphere, spacious rooms complete with sleeping accommodations for your partner, and state-of-the-art birthing equipment. At Franklin County Medical Center, your new arrival will be welcomed into the world safely, and the expert staff will ensure you're relaxed and comfortable. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard.
Welcome back here to Nampa as tonight the Preston Indians come west, face the Bulldogs, and pick up a 63-52 win to go to 2-0 on the year. As for Preston, it was a little bit more of a different challenge than they had against Shelley.
A lot of a different challenge.
Yeah, as they had to play defense. They had to fight off adversity at times as well, as they had a big lead that was dwindled all the way down to 1 point at one point, as they finally were able to put things away in the second half, even though they had several players in foul trouble at the same time, but they're able to win it going away as they pick up an 11-point victory here tonight.
I think this game did exactly what Coach Jones wanted it to do. It gave us an experience in a hostile environment on the road. It gave us an experience with a good team like you'll see in state,
right.
And it tested us. I mean, we had some resolve tonight. We could have easily said, oh, we're in foul trouble and just kind of whatever.
Yep.
But we hung in there. We did what we had to do, and we won a great game on the road, by 9 points. And so I'll take it, I guess 11 points. I'll take it in any time, and I just think they did a great job.
Yep, that they did. And they got good scoring inside and out as Ty Hyde and Scott Dunn made the most of their opportunities tonight.
For sure. And, Nampa really had no answer for Ty. Even though they had size, Ty could pretty much do what he wanted.
Yep.
And that really helped us. And when Scott Dunn got open looks at the first half especially that really got us kind of going was really important for us. And then everybody in the second half kind of pitched in. You'd get a steal when you needed it. You'd get a little scrappy bucket when you needed it, and just a great team win for the Indians.
Absolutely it was, as they didn't have to go as deep in the bench as they went the other night against Shelley, but they still probably went 8-9 deep on the bench tonight.
Yep.
As the guys came in, they got good minutes, they got important minutes in crucial time, and they made the most of their time.
And there was a stretch when Ty got his third foul, and they were digging pretty deep down on the bench, and Luke was out, and and they were kind of just digging for guys to come in and get us through that crucial time, which they did. So it was good.
It's funny. You mentioned that time when Ty got his third foul, and they brought in, I think, Brecker Knapp, and they went small.
Kid. Oh, that point, yeah.
They went small.
Yep.
They settled into a 2-3 zone and made the Bulldogs shoot over it. We could have done better defending of three-pointers in that case, but for the most part, they were not able to get the ball inside. They dared them to shoot from the outside.
Yeah, they did, and there was a stretch there where Nampa was hitting their threes, like you're saying, and they made a nice run to come back and get into the game, and you expect that out of the home team. I mean, that's going to happen. But again, Preston answered the run. They did what you have to do to win on the road. And it doesn't matter, what opponent you're playing. When you win on the road, you'll take it by 1 point, by 20 points. You take it.
63-52, the final. We'll come back and look at the stats right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Coach Tyler Jones on his way up here to visit with us here on the post-game show. As just go ahead and put that headset on there, Coach, and pull that microphone down. We thank you again for coming out and visiting with us. A little bit tougher game tonight than you had against Shelley, but it ends up with another W.
Yeah, tough battle. That's what you want. You want to come on the road and go into a tough environment and get challenged. And we had some adversity at times tonight. We were in foul trouble the first half, third quarter, and some of our other kids had to come in and hold the fort down a little bit for a few minutes, and it's a good team win. We learned a lot about ourselves tonight, and that's a good team. They're going to do some good things up here. They have good size, good length, good point guard, and they're going to be a solid team, I think. So I was pleased we were able to weather the storm and finish it late in the game and get the W.
I'll tell you what I learned about your team here tonight was no matter how big the opponent is, they can't stop Ty inside.
Yeah, no, and that's one thing, most nights, night in, night out, he's going to be our advantage, and when he is tough down low and has his head on and stays on the court, he can do some good things, and that's going to open up for other people once they start doubling down and stuff.
Coach, congratulations on the win. And I was telling Dan that I think it was the 2015-16 season, the first state, when you made the decision to come up and do this Boise trip to kind of simulate state, and I think that's been a wise decision. And I think tonight was actually the perfect scenario. You brought your team up to kind of an enemy territory. They had the adversity, and they answered, and they won. And that's what happens at state. I mean, state, it's always a game like that. There's always foul trouble. There's always, whatever it is. And so you got to be super pleased with this experience tonight.
Yeah, yep. And it's been a great tradition kind of we've done the last few years. And we try to pick one of the teams that's supposed to be one of the better teams up here. And Nampa, I mean, they got some good players, a lot of size. I was impressed with their length and they're quick. And, no, it was good. They did some good things from everybody. And that was good tonight, but tomorrow's even more important. So, Mountain Home, that is a double-point game. And on the road, their coach was here tonight watching. So I'm sure they're going to be ready. We were at College of Idaho today. We did a shoot around there. Derek Wadsworth, he was there and talked to us. It was kind of a good experience. But their football coaches came and told us that they know a few of the Nampa kids and how they had this marked on their calendar. They've been looking forward for all summer to play us. So that's the thing. Everywhere we go, we have that tradition that everyone wants to kind of measuring stick to have a shot at us. And we're going to get that every night. So these kids, it's good to get good experience tonight and step up.
It was really great tonight how Scott Dunn stepped up.
Yep.
I thought he was the spark in the first half with Ty. And, the great thing about your team is you got so many weapons that it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as – and I think the team feels that way, that we don't care what happens just as long as we get the W. And tonight was a good example. It was just a great all-around. Everybody contributed, and it's you got a really talented team.
Oh, and like you said, it takes all of them. People stepped up when Luke and Ty are in foul trouble first half. Scott was big. Thought late in the game we moved the ball well, hit Cole, got some easy layups.
Right.
We were unselfish, and that's what it's going to take. So, a good win.
Good production from the free throw line. I had you 14 of 20 from the line on the night.
That's your goal. You want to be around 70%, and on the road, close games, and they cut it to 4, I think, right? They're in the fourth at one time, and we're other to bounce back and step up. So, no, good thing. And tomorrow we'll go, and then next week can be a lot of fun too.
Tell us what you know about Mountain Home.
So they have 3 starters back from last year. The point guard Bethel.
I remember him.
The coach's son. He's a really good point guard, quick. And their shooting guard number 5. He's a really good shooter, and they have one of the 6'6" posts back.
Okay.
So they're going to be experienced, and that you've been to Mountain Home. A few years ago, and that's not an easy place to win.
No.
It's one of those old gyms, and
we ran out of there with a 2-3-point victory, if I remember right, a couple years ago.
Yep. So we'll have our hands full again tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations,
and
we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay, thanks again.
Thanks. It's Coach Ty Jones as Preston picks up the win. Let's look at the stats here from the game here before we go to commercial break here. First for the Bulldogs from Nampa, Trace Hoppy finished the game with 5. Donovan Estrada, who got hot from 3-point range in the second half, finished the game with 15. Thad Sundridge had 5 in the game. Gavin White, the big guy inside, finished the game with 11. Joseph Wallace had 8. Donovan Gray with 1, and Colton Siebel finished the game with 5. And for Nampa, they were 9 of 17 from a free throw line in the game. Ty Hyde for the Preston Indians finished the game with 18. Scott Dunn led all scorers for both teams with 21 tonight. Luke Smaley had 5. Brecker Knapp with 4. Cole Harris had 8 in the game. Garrett Ward with 2. Gabe Hammonds had 4. Brandon Hess played but did not score, and of course Palmer and Richardson did not play in the game. Preston, as we mentioned to Coach Jones a moment ago, finished the game 14 of 20 from the free throw line overall on the night. Take another timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up. Get a final thought from Ron right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
The holidays are a special time filled with delicious meals, savory meats, desserts, candies, and hot apple cider. The team at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston wish you and yours a delicious holiday season filled with happiness. Visit us today for all the ingredients for your special recipes. Shop the wide selection of holiday gifts for everyone on your list. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston. We thank you for your patronage.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
KACH. KACH.
Preston wins it. They're 2-0 on the young season. And let's get a final thought from Ron Smaley here before we go.
Well, like we talked about, a great road win. I've been thinking about how, we're missing Cooper Hobson and his strengths and that. And some other kids have stepped up. And, of course, we hope Cooper gets back healthy and we can use him. But we have had other kids step up and fill that void. And, like Coach Jones said, this was a team win. We had a lot of people contribute, and a lot of people came in when there was foul trouble and different things. And that's a sign of a good team, so it's extremely encouraging.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your help tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
We'll see you again tomorrow.
Okay.
That's Ron Smaley. He'll join us again on the broadcast tomorrow. The next game coming up for the Indians is tomorrow afternoon against Mountain Home, as you heard the coach talk about, as the Indians will take on the Tigers. Pregame comes up after the Utah State Aggie game against Fresno State. Should be somewhere around 6:30 tomorrow evening. That game can be heard on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 only. There will be no internet coverage of the game tomorrow. That'll wrap up our broadcast here for tonight. As we bring this one to a close, the executive producer of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. The studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. Special thanks to our stage manager, and on the camera tonight, Don Hubbard, as we thank all of you for listening as well. As remind you, the final score is Preston wins it 63-52. For Ron Smaley, I'm Dan Hubbard. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and the rest of your Friday evening, and remind you that coming up next is a replay of the Westside Grace game that happened a little bit earlier tonight, so stay tuned for that. Richard Ward with the play. That is all coming up next. So from Nampa, with Preston picking up an 11-point win, we wish you a very good weekend and say goodnight from here in the Boise Valley.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.